Good morning, guys. Today is June 28th, 2022. And I'll explain that later. There's a lot going on back there, but it's for a reason. Trust me, I know it looks crazy, but it's not going to stay looking like that. I'm working on it. My daughter's ex-boyfriend was going to sheetrock the ceiling, and it looks more like he played Tetris up there, and I can't afford to get it re-sheetrocked, so I'm DIYing something back here so it's more presentable for camera because, you know, I've got a lot of plans for you guys, but I refuse to get on this computer and record anything in the background that, I mean, it just looks crazy. So I'm trying to fake my ceiling until I can get it fixed. So anyway, you know, normally in the morning before I turn the camera on, I mean, once I turn the camera on and I start shuffling and talking to you guys, I can normally hear like a phrase or a song or something like that. But I've already been up and out of the house. It's 7:14. I've already been up and out of the house and went to Dunkin' and got my coffee and everything. And I'm telling you, this whole morning, I don't know why, but the song that's stuck in my head, and I don't even think it's for y'all. I'm just saying it because it's stuck in my head and it's so loud that I can't hear anything from spirit. And it's this thing that's trending on TikTok where these girls put their makeup on and they change and they transform their whole look. They go from looking like everyday average to like runway beautiful, and the whole time they're playing that song, Snatched His Soul or something like that. And that song just keeps playing over and over in my head. Snatched, you know what I mean? And I can't hear anything because I have that song playing in my head. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but for some reason, I just can't get it out of my head. I don't plan on snatching anybody's soul. But yeah, that song's playing in my head. But I don't think it's for y'all. So I don't think we're snatching anybody's souls today. So let me try to get into this reading without singing that song in my head. I don't even know how to get rid of a song once it's stuck in your head. I think they say that a song gets stuck in your head because it's the last song you heard. But I don't recall that being the last song I heard. But anyway. All right, June 28th. What is the energy today for you guys? I keep hearing snatched his soul. Why? Mesmerizing. I don't know. See, I'm not the kind of reader that I'm not usually a love tarot reader. There's so many. I mean, YouTube is saturated with those types of readers. Because, I mean, there's nothing, obviously, I don't have an issue with it, but it's just that, I mean, and most people are drawn to that type of thing. A lot of people want to know about love, but that's not typically where I lean. So, I don't know why I would hear a song like that. All right. But let's try to get it. Whew, I'm off. Sorry, let me try to get into this and see what I can come up with. I wish I could get that song out of my head. Every time I go to concentrate on these cards, I keep hearing that. Maybe that song has zero significance, and this is just about being distracted. That's what I think it is, because since I turned this video on, I usually don't even start in this way. With the way I talk or anything, you know, but I'm thinking, but I keep feeling distracted. So maybe that's the message. Maybe it's distractions. I think I'm onto something. All right. So let's see what's going on with that. I think it's about being distracted, easily distracted. And when you're easily distracted, it can get pretty disorganized. Your thoughts can get disorganized. Well, maybe it's from disorganized thoughts. And usually, like, if you sit in meditation for a little while, you can kind of like bring that back into balance. But I think that's what's going on. It's just chaos in the brain. I know that's what it feels like with me right now. And the kind of reader that I am, and all readers are different, but I'll usually, not usually, I always, whether I'm doing my mediumship readings where I'm connecting to people who've passed away, or I am doing clairvoyant readings, I usually will take on the energy. My body will take on the energy that is appropriate at the time. And so if the energy for the collective is distracted, then I will find it very difficult to gather my thoughts. If the if there's just as like if there's somebody who passed away and they had emphysema, I will have an incredibly difficult time breathing while I'm trying to deliver a reading. My body takes on the physical attributes of what's going on, and I feel it physically. So it could be just that, where there's a lot of oh, I'm hearing smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. Yeah. Be careful of that. Somebody trying to like pull the wool over your eyes. Yeah, you know what? Let me concentrate. Do this again. Okay. So this is for you guys. The collective. The wheel. Three of Earth. And Temperance, well, balance, which is the Temperance card. The wheel is the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so Five of Fire, that's the Five of Wands. That's crowning your thoughts. So this is like, I'm gonna clarify it with some tarot, because the Five of Wands is your crowning energy. So this is, to me, it's like the thoughts that you're battling, or something, or some sort of dispute. Something came out, it looks like, and there's a choice that needs to be made. It's like the truth about something is revealed, and it doesn't necessarily. This is the part that gets me with some readings, because the Moon in reverse, to me, this is something that's being revealed, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's like catching somebody in the act. You know what I mean? That it doesn't always mean that. It could just be like an aha moment, or like a revelation. It could be like something could have been in your face, and very apparent to you, like the way somebody feels. And maybe you've had like an inclination about it, but weren't really sure. And then something will happen and you're like, oh, okay, I'm seeing the forest for the trees now, or however that saying goes. And I think that's what that is with Five of Fire. I think because the Five of Fire is literally like the Five of Wands. It's just this deck, the Angel Tarot. But and so it's like over petty shit, but because of this battle, it's like you see somebody for who they are. Not that you never knew, but I think this kind of like solidifies it. And once that's seen, it's like there's a decision that needs to be made, because it's painful. I mean, this wouldn't be, especially with the Moon and the 7 here, there's emotion involved in this. There were feelings involved in this. And so when you see this about somebody, it's almost like, damn, that sucks, but it is what it is. And now I have to put myself in a position where I protect me and drop this, because it's disruptive to your energy, and it's just not fair. And it could be something that's been happening for a while, because usually when the wheel comes in, the karmic wheel, that is a new cycle trying to start. But an old cycle had to take some time for it to even be a cycle. And with the Wheel of Fortune, I would even go so far as to say it's like a 10-year cycle. Um, Something that's been going on for a really long time. And finally seeing it for what it is, whereas before, it, it, I mean, you knew, but now you don't question yourself. It's like now you know that you know that you know that you know. And once you're sure about it, there's a process that needs to happen. I mean, it's not like, oh, yep, there it is, time to pack up, time to move. No, there's a healing. It's like, because you're human. And this ain't the damn movies. In the movies, they show it like, oh, is that how you feel? Let me pack up and leave. And, and it's not like that. It's, you got to process. People need time to process. And, this has been an ongoing battle, probably inward, probably like in your own mind, as well as with somebody else, I'm sure. But the coming to the conclusion that something needs to give, and something needs to change, and that you're probably going to have to be the one to make that happen, instead of just sitting there praying and hoping for the best. How am I going to explain that better? Sometimes when something's inevitable, but you're not in the position to make that inevitable thing happen, but you're also not stopping it. It's like right now is the time where you start seeing the motion of that. And it can be scary. And so sometimes we could just, stay to ourselves and go within and embrace and prepare ourselves for what comes next. I don't know if that's making sense, but I'm trying my hardest to make sense of this, because there's definitely a change coming. And when you see the Wheel of Fortune, it's a positive change. Even if it feels comfortable in the moment, what comes after, it was like a blessing in disguise. So right now, it's like, right now, the best way to approach this change is, one, collaborate with people, be a team player, if you can. I mean, even with the person that you're battling with, I think dignity, and like I said yesterday, like poise, it's really important here. And sometimes it doesn't matter how they behave. Sometimes it matters in all how you behave and how you carry yourself. No matter how upset somebody can make you, staying in character, as frustrating as it can be, one, it's a test on your resolve. And two, it does prepare you for the next phase. Are you ready for better? Are you ready for a better experience? Or are you going to carry it the way you've carried other things? But I think the confusion comes in from all the smoke and mirrors. Like somebody keeps trying to gaslight you into believing that something's one way and it's really not. And now you really know better because something solidifies that. So staying poised and maintaining a very graceful attitude, a graceful way of handling it. I think it's just going to be, I'm hearing fruitful. Like, I'm hearing fruitful. I'm hearing prosperity. And I believe like that this is there for you, providing the transition is handled carefully. Um, like, don't be reckless. God, do you see what I mean about how I get affected by the energy? I mean, it's really confusing me. This energy is really confusing. The way this feels is really confusing. However, I will say that even though a change is coming, see the butterfly? Even though the change is coming and you're waiting for this to happen, you feel it, you see it, it's all around you. Um, at the other end of this, at the other side of this, it is going to bring balance. This change is absolutely going to bring balance, and you've got the angel of strength with you, and you also have the hermit lighting the path for you and helping you avoid, look at, so the crowning energy was the 5 of fire, and what came up after this hermit and strength card was the 5 of fire in reverse, and that is allowing to let it go. So you've got the angel of strength coming in to help, you know, pick you up and carry you through this. Like, they have your back. You may not feel supported in your physical environment, but Spirit is saying, we are supporting you. We are lighting your way. We are helping you. Follow the signs. Pay attention to the signs and let this go. Let it go, because they're promising a new beginning. They're definitely promising a new beginning, and it's a balanced beginning. It's a blessed beginning. Look, you see how that dove is coming down and bringing this, the wafer. You know how they give you in the Catholic Church? Like, that's the body of Christ. You know, dropping it into that ace. So this is a blessed thing. It's blessed. And it's going to be emotionally fulfilling. I mean, that saying, your cup runneth over. You know? And, yeah, so the balance card, it literally says the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, right? Good luck with that. And this is what I mean about the smoke and mirrors. You have guides that are helping you discern through the bullshit, you know, seeing things for what they are, and perfect, and wait for perfect timing is what it says. And this, you know, and that's why I'm saying stay patient. Don't react or overreact or whatever's happening. You know, you got to stay poised and stay patient. You kind of have control over this, even if you don't feel like you do. You really do. All right. I know that was crazy. Trust the great mystery. Be at home. And I think be at home is, when you're at home, you're relaxed, you're comfortable. You feel like you can, when you feel at home, you feel at peace, you know? You see clearly now, that's the moon in reverse. Seeing past the smoke and mirrors. Seeing past it, like somebody can't pull the wool over your eye anymore. Be peace. Remember, I'm saying, like, this poised energy, even if somebody keeps trying to pull you out of your square, don't allow them. Set healthy boundaries. Look at this. These cards are really talking today. Yeah, boundaries are very important, because you can see the tree, you know, you can see it for what it is. And there's no more confusion on your part. Even though somebody else may be trying to confuse you, you see clearly. But going backwards is really going to get in the way of this new journey, right? Now, with the majors, with the major arcanas, like the balance card and the wheel, like the temperance and the wheel of fortune, that's inevitable. Everything with the tarot, the major arcanas are inevitable. It's going to happen regardless if you want it to or not. That spirit coming in, you can't stop that. The majors are inevitable. So when you see that energy, just know that this is an unstoppable energy. Can't stop this. But the strength card was here. You've got the angel of strength, which is another, the angel of strength and the hermit. So this is also inevitable because it's major arcana cards. This is unstoppable. And you can't stop Spirit trying to give you strength. You can't stop Spirit from trying to light the path forward for you. You can't stop that. The moon, again, a major, inevitable. The moon in reverse. Things being revealed. You can't stop that from happening. So whether it's your stuff being revealed or something somebody else is doing, you know, their behavior is being revealed, like you're onto it, that's inevitable. You can't stop that. But that's why Spirit's like, we see you, we know where you've been, we know who you are, we know your heart. And we're here to help. We're here to guide you. We're here to give you strength. You can't stop us from doing it. We're here, but we promise a new cycle is going to begin and you're going to have balance in your life if you allow it. But you got to put the Five of Wands down. Stop fighting with people. Stop defending yourself. Stop. Just ignore the bullshit. You've got to ignore it. Where did I don't think I have. Oh, yes, I do. Ignore the bullshit. Ignore it. Because Spirit's got your back anyway. And it doesn't matter how these... See, it's hard for people because they can't see Spirit, but they can see the people that they're trying to get away from or that's causing an issue. That's real to them. That's tangible. And so, you know, that seems more real than Spirit being there to help you. And Spirit's like, it's not so. We are helping you. They're hindering you. We are helping you. Do you know? So, let me see. Gosh, I don't even know if I'm making sense, guys. I know I say that every day, but I feel like I'm tripping over my words. Service. I feel good when I can help others. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. You know, help yourself. You know what I mean? Like, denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Exactly. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Yes, be honest with yourself. If you know that something is over, it is over. And sometimes that's a hard thing to, you know, it's hard to cope with that sometimes. It really is. But you kind of try to stop the inevitable. Like I said, what's coming in from Spirit, like these major arcanas, that's an unstoppable energy. You cannot stop it. And so, you know, if a boat is sinking, it doesn't matter if you jump in the water and try to get under the boat and push it up. It's inevitable. It's so much bigger than you. You cannot stop it. You might be able to slow it down a little, but you're hurting yourself in the process. Your best move is to get out of the way and try to get yourself to safety because the inevitable is happening. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like we're trying to slow down something that's happening because we don't feel ready for it. And Spirit's like, it's going to prolong the process, hurt more, and it's going to happen anyway. So get out of the way. Get out of your way. You know, let me see. Does that make sense, guys? Tested positive for being negative. Yeah. You know, it's kind of hard to not feel negative in something like that. Focus on goals, not obstacles. And that's it. You know, and that's what I was thinking. It's like when you try to slow something down, it's because you don't feel ready. And you don't feel like you can accomplish something in a certain amount of time. And so you'll try to slow it down. Like, wait, I'm not ready. You know, it's like cramming for a test. You know, you're like, oh shit, the test is tomorrow. I didn't even study, you know. It's sort of like that. And because you're not taking the time to work on this or to focus on the, you know, what your goals are, you know, and you spend more time worrying about the obstacles, it's like spinning around in a circle and not making any moves. It's going to get in the way. And Spirit's like, it's not even necessary. We have your back. Relax. But start preparing for this change, because the longer you hold off, the more complicated it's going to get, the more disorganized it's going to get, and the more upset you're going to be in the end anyway. So relax through this. There's nothing you can do to stop it, so relax and try to do what you can to make the landing softer. I hope that made sense. Like I said, I take on the energy and sometimes I get really confused when I'm talking, but yeah, I got a lot going on right now, so I apologize. This will look different later, and because that's killing me. It may not be bothering you, but it's killing me. But all right, so I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.